I'm sorry, I was muted. I was talking to the kids. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Yeah, there's a lot going on today. White Boy Radio did he went down and did a live on the one in Fort Myers. There's a lot going on today. White Boy Radio did and there's one in Naples. They're all over the place today. I mean, there's rallies or protests as they call them all over the place. I hope they stay peaceful, but I don't know. I really don't think they're going to. And today is Trump's birthday. Um, so what I've seen in White Boys coverage was it wasn't about um immigration. It was all about hating Trump. Okay, it wasn't about ICE. It was all they were yelling was, Trump got to go. Hey, hey, oh, ho. Trump didn't start this. Sorry, he's not the one that opened the borders. And by the Biden administration doing that, it put a lot of strain on a lot of counties, towns, cities, states, budgetary strains too. I mean, financially. And not just that, but even crime. You got to be honest and just say it how it is. And they were begging for help and not getting anywhere. Um, so it's just a whole mess. It's just, I don't know what the answer is. I'm not a politician. I don't do politics, but it's just a whole mess. And when you go to doing destruction and hurting people, then you've just proved them right. You just proved them right, in my opinion. Wow, I can't believe how weird this phone was. It wouldn't show my content. You seen how choppy it was. Wonder why. I should have probably did it from my tablet. Um, yeah. I mean, everything's still freezing up on me. Well, heck, maybe I should hit my own like button. Huh. I going this way, I probably won't get much of an audience. So I appreciate you guys being here. God forbid us little channels get a couple hours to go live. Um, so I appreciate you being here. That's why I was trying to stream it straight through YouTube because then you're like in, I guess it's called vertical format, and you get out to more people, you know, more, but it just wasn't working out for me. So hey, hindsight, because it wasn't letting me show the videos, which defeats the purpose. And I'd have to change up my I'm not with Restream. You can show content on a mobile device if you pay. And I'm not paying for two services, but I'm paying enough for StreamYard, and it sucks. I might have to just drop it and bounce back and forth like I did before, between the services, because it's just, you know, it's a lot right now. Anyway, let's show some of this. This is No King's Day, okay? Is what they're calling the anti-Trump activists nationwide. No King's Day protest counter President Trump. Okay, I thought this was about the ICE raids and immigration. Hey, I'm Butter. Yeah, this No King stuff. All it is a hate campaign. Like it or not, he's the president. He's there. How about trying to work together to make things better instead of all the hate and destruction and violence? That's what I want to see. I want to see people act like grown adults. Destroying the businesses in your community is just ridiculous. Destruction of any property is just ridiculous. Because at the end of the day, guess who's footing that bill? The taxpayers that live in that town. That's not fair to them. They didn't do it. And there's ones that wait for stuff like this so they can go smash and grab and rob all these businesses. That's nope. Hey, Catherine X. I'm not even a Trump supporter, and I feel this way. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm a both or the same side. Play the public for fools side. So I'm a no one supporter. Hey, Lucia, I get you on that. I get you on that. It's like this is this is ridiculous to do. I'm sorry, but this should be about the wrong they're saying is being done with these immigration raids, and the wrong that's being done to families. But it's not. It's all about their hate for Trump. You think this is going to make him have second thoughts? No, because all you're doing is proving him right. You're proving them all right. And that's just my opinion. I'm not supposed to have one. Hey, Patty, thanks for coming in. I don't know. But we're going to bounce around because Texas got really hairy last night. Um, I know Jersey's kicking off today. Um, they tore Philly up during the. Oh, yeah. Yeah, and I've seen the riots in LA. Yeah, it's. I'm okay. I'm just tired and I got that infection back in my chest. So I just can't seem to win, but I'll be okay. I have to be. Anyway, there's a lot going on. And sometimes YouTube is just my escape, you know? It's to come on and talk to some good people, you know, and just forget about things for a little bit, you know? Anyway, let's play some of this. I was born and raised in a Michigan. Wow. You will not be able to plug in, turn on, and cop out. You will not be able to lose yourself on cash. Yeah, I don't want to get in trouble for this stupid. Oh, West Beacon, thank you for coming back. I'm sorry, but it's too hot for me to be out here. I mean, I'm sitting here by the pool and I'm just pouring with sweat. I'm really thinking about moving us inside. It's just, especially down here in Florida, it is so going to be so hot today and so humid. I mean, the humidity is through the roof. And yeah, I'm not going to be standing out there yelling, yo ho, Trump got to go. Don't care. He's not going anywhere. He's here. He's the president. Make the best of it. That's all you can do. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too. I don't like to see destruction. I don't. People work hard for what they have, you know? And who are we? Who are any of these people to go and destroy what they have? Like I said, it feels like it's 100 degrees out here already, and it's 11:20. Whew. Rain chances are up this afternoon, but the highest we got is 66. So we've already had it at 90 and didn't get a dewdrop. Everyone around us did, but we didn't. But yeah, it's I'm not going to be out there just so I can scream, you know, Trump got to go. Not doing it. Because you screaming that is not making a bit of difference. He's not going anywhere. I just don't understand okay, you don't have to like everybody, but it is what it is. He's there. Let's make the most of it. Let's all work together and try to come up with the best solution. All sides need to do that, not just one side. All sides need to do that. He came out to open the door already. They've already been to the door 5 times to ask me on the weekend, can we go get new water shooters at Dollar Tree? I'm like, are you kidding me? You know I'm live. Oh my goodness, I love them to pieces. I do. They're my babies. But sometimes pal zoom to the moon, you know? Hey, Tracy. Yeah, I didn't like that either. I'm sorry. I know it's unpopular opinion, but I do not, I'm not on board with him pardoning anybody. The Chrisleys deserved what they got. Evidently, a jury said so. I don't believe they should have been pardoned. And they're out here making millions now, bouncing around. Oh, woe was me. I was illegally put. No, you weren't. You were where you were supposed to be because you actually did what they said you did. A jury of your peers found you guilty. You know? And come on, who didn't know something wasn't up with them? I mean, they came out of nowhere and they were broke as hell, okay? I, like I said, there's a lot of things I don't agree with. Hey, Fred. Hey, Zero. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate you. Thank you. You guys are going to make me cry. It's just been very emotional the last couple of days. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday and it wasn't good, but when do doctor's appointments ever go good? Anyway, I was going to go live yesterday, but by the time I got everybody settled and it was just, I was going to go live at like midnight last night because of, Grifton, but I didn't. I figured you still don't even know who these people are. Yeah, I don't think they do either. I think some people are out there just to be there. But I you know, this is supposed to be about the immigration balls. This is supposed to be about the ICE raids, not a personal attack and on the president. And like him or not, he's your president. Um, oh, the two people. Yeah, I worship no man. I hear you. I say go back to the days where politicians didn't get paid. It was voluntary. That's why I respect you because you can see both sides. Oh well, thank you. Yeah, they have, we have look at what Jim Bob Duggar said. The only reason he even ran for assemblyman, which is very low level, is because of the financial tips, the stock tips and stuff you get. When politics became about the money, that's it. It's over. Because at the end of the day, I don't think they really care about any of us. None of them. And I mean none of them. They all lie. They never keep their promises. Don't matter what side you're on. They all do it. And it's acceptable because that's just how it is in politics. Hell no. Hell no. The two that were, yeah, I was never into them. I could never get into their show. He's fake, and I'm sorry, but I believe he's in the closet. In my opinion, I'm allowed to have it. I don't. I just, yeah. They were as fake as fake. It took 5 minutes to see. I could never get into their show. Sorry. But they are jumping the bandwagon, boy, and they're making lots and lots of money. Their ass should still be in prison doing their time. Sorry. That's just my opinion. I mean, who's next going to get pardoned? Arist, grapist, murmurers? Who's next? Yeah, but the National Guard is going on ICE raids. They're not only there to protect buildings and keep the peace. I'm just sickened by it all. Live and let live. Yeah, it's just all gotten out of hand. Hey, Brittany. But like I said, this didn't start with Trump in office. I mean, fair is fair, right? This started with the Biden administration. He left a hell of a mess. And no matter who would be in office, it wouldn't matter if it was Joe Blow on the corner, they would be the bad guy. But people don't see all sides of it. A lot of people don't see, how can I put this? They don't see what those open borders has cost our country, many states. You can't have open borders. You just can't. It's just never going to work. And now, like we needed more criminals in our country. Like we don't have enough. I mean, let's be for real here. We have enough of our own. Thank you. We don't need to add to it. Um, I have no problem with people coming here to build a better life for themselves. You just got to do it the right way. Unfortunately, the legal way takes time. It sucks. The process is the way it is. But it is what it is. Other countries are the same. Go look into their immigration process. And, I hear, a lot of people saying, well, the illegal immigrants, help the economy because they take jobs that sadly some Americans think they're too good for. And that's the truth. There are people that think they're too good for certain jobs. I've always looked at it, look, a job's a job. You get a paycheck, don't freaking matter. You know? That's how I've always looked at it. I don't care if it's scrubbing the toilet, changing someone's diaper, or driving a car. You know what I mean? Or working at McDonald's. A paycheck is a paycheck. I always, I never agreed with that. Well, I'm too good to do this. Oh, hell no. You need that paycheck, you'll do it. That's how I look at it. But you can't tell me there's no financial strain from the borders being left open the way they were on communities. There is. I see it here. I've got family in California. I've got very good friends in Texas. I've got family in New York, Jersey, Colorado, Arizona. I mean, I've got family everywhere. My family's spread out big time. Um, Bunch of nomads. No. Even in states like Indiana, Ohio. I have family in both those states. I was actually born in Ohio, but I was raised in Pennsylvania. Biden pardoning his son was weird too. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly, Zero. And a lot of the people that I know, and I have family that came here the right way, they came here. They don't want it. They'll say the same exact thing. Do it the way we did it. We did it the right way. We're here legally. And if someone's here legally, then they should not be being harassed in any way, shape, or form. And if they're not some hardcore criminal, they shouldn't be being harassed. That's just my opinion. Um, I don't know what the answer is. I don't know what the fix is. All I know is it's a whole mess. And having a day to just bash Trump, what's that going to prove? What's that going to do to help? What exactly is that going to do to help to solve any of these issues? All you're doing is firing up more people who want who don't have good intentions. So I don't know. It's just a whole mess. I used to live in Cali. I have family in Cali. I have family in Tennessee. I have family in a lot of states. I do. I have a big family and they're everywhere. Absolutely a financial strain. Yes, I in the wrong way. Removing children who are already traumatized and in foster care. Yeah, see, where's the yeah, I can't be on board with hurting no child in any way, shape, or form. I cannot. Children are innocent. They don't have a voice. They don't have a choice. And I can't be on board with doing anything with a child. There is no completely right answer, no clean way to fix the problem. Sadly, you might be right. There probably isn't. Who's removing kids from foster care, though? I've not heard that. And I'm in foster care. Not around here anyway. That shouldn't be allowed. If that is truly happening, that should not be allowed. No, they can't. The kids have no control. What they should do is reunite the parents with the children, and then if they deem that they're here illegally, have them go out and come in the right way, but do not traumatize the kids. They need to be with their parents. But I've seen in situations all over the news where that's not the case, and it's uh, anyway. No, children are, I don't know, to me, children should be left alone. I don't reunite them with their families. If that is your intention, why are they even in foster care? Should be the first question. Okay. Um, and make sure that they're legit in foster care. You tell me how a damn I need BJ's fly strip. I had the screen door open, taking the dog out, and a damn little fly got in here and on the patio, and now I can't get it. It's driving me nuts on purpose. I need BJ's fly strip. I have one little tiny fly that came in when the damn screen door was open. I'm out on the patio, it's all screened in, so to keep the critters out and the bugs out, but a damn fly got in the door. Oh, and there's a lizard. Duke's gonna get it. Lizard, do yourself a favor. Go back out the way you came in before the cat gets you. You will be his play toy for a little while. So I would suggest you go back out. We always have geckos in here. Hey, Ava. Good to see you. There are still thousands of children missing that were brought across the southern border under Biden. So very sad. Wow. Remove the family units, but many were separated when Biden was in office. But yet Trump is taking the blame. They're blaming Trump for it all. Someone had to stop what was happening. I'm sorry, but you can't just have open borders. You can't. There's just no way. Our country can't take care of our own. We got homeless people and children living under bridges, living in tents. We got veterans that put their life on the line that need better medical care, need medical. You got to take care of yours before you can take care of someone else. Ceaseless entertainment at my home. Yeah, seems that way. Oh, you're mowing? Oh, cool. Oh, well, thank you. I am. I'm trying to. Yeah, yeah. And Trump's family were immigrants. Most of my husband's family came over from Italy. I mean, all his grandparents, they came over. They didn't. Grandma still didn't speak any English when she passed. Um, but yeah, his dad's side of the family, they were immigrants. For me, it's a huge concern. Our own American children could be in same position in another country. They are, and they have been. You think they think that this is wrong? Have you ever looked into other countries' immigration laws? Hmm. Might surprise you. Might surprise you. And what rights that you don't have either over there, and they can come and pick you up and detain you for as long as they want. I mean, we've seen it happen. How many times? Your mama's, yeah. So did my husband's grandparents, his family, yeah. Ellis Island, yes, that's exactly where they came through. Because the O was changed to an A um, when they came through. Yeah, instead of Panorella, it was Panorella. Yeah, Armenia and Germany. Oh, bless them. So I mean, and then to sit out there. I'm sorry, but burning the flags and stuff. You're sitting here going at the country you want to be a part of. How is burning those flags, stomping all over the Constitution? How is that going to improve anything? It's not. You're just making the ones who say that's all you want is problems and of their version, you're just making them right. I don't know. Let's listen to a little bit of this. The music. Um, YouTube. I might have to find someone else to play. Find another one. Here's the Associated Press, um, because they're making this out. Like I said, it's not about a hate campaign for one person. It should be about the policies and what's going on now. And I don't, but I know Texas got. When I was watching it late last night, it was getting a little. When I was watching it last night, it was getting a little hairy. It really was. And someone had come in and said someone had passed away. I don't know if it was because of the protest. That would be, it shouldn't. And that's, oh, USA Today is live. Hmm. Let's see if they're playing. Well, I guess everybody's playing music, but that seems quiet. Okay. Um, I don't know. If you're there to just do a peaceful protest, by all means, please do it. But nah, no, not if you're there just to cause destruction. Oh, so they're getting ready. Watch live on. Oh, the that's not the protest. Wow, look at the military vehicles going in. Hmm. 250th birthday parade for the Army. Wow. But what is the no kings tip? What are they? I mean, okay, here we got one here. This is the New York Post live feed. And Brittany, you have nothing to do with this, but please quit trying to be the Timu version of Clue and Cletus because you don't match up. You can't do it, honey. It's so pathetic what you're doing. It's so pathetic. I've been reviewing you for over a year, for about a year, maybe even longer. I'm probably right around the year mark. And yeah, once in a great while, you'd hear your boyfriend, not your husband, according to you, your boyfriend make comments and stuff, but he wasn't. He has not been part of the show. Why do you always gotta copy everyone? You're so fake and such a phony. Everybody can see right through you, except for the people in your chat. I don't get that. But damn, like I said, you like the Timu version. All right. This is different protests are showing across the US. The New York Post live. And this seems pretty peaceful. They're just walking with their signs. But again, are they protesting ICE and the raids, or are they just going at Trump? I see some ICE signs. Exactly, Tracy. Hey, Whispers, good to see you. Okay, these people are just walking with their signs. They're not trying to cause anything. And a lot of them aren't there to cause anything. But then you've got the ones that are there just for trouble, just to be trouble. I don't know why they think it makes them. I guess any attention is better than no attention. I don't know. Yeah, this looks pretty peaceful. That's cool. I don't know if I could get hit for that music because I don't think it was any. I don't know. It didn't sounded like somebody else was playing it. So, um, uh, I probably won't make much on this anyway. So it won't matter if I lose the AdSense. Honestly, at this point. So, oh, that's okay. Let's see where else there's stuff going on. Oh, no King's Day protest across. Oh, they're doing the parade. We'll go to that. Who's got that? That's Box 35. Okay, we'll go to Box 35. These people just are just doing. And then you got Bullhorn saying, That's not how you protest. We don't do that over here. Bitch, shut up. We've seen how you protest, okay? We've all seen it. Who isn't covering this, though? Oh, Minnesota, there was... And I've got some current stories that I saved for... I would love to talk to you guys about. Here's Houston. Let's check out Houston. Let's check out Houston. Because Texas got a little hairy last night, from what I seen. And then... Anyway. Okay, this is protest, No Kings protest in Houston.
Are met with workplace raids by ICE, and communities are being cruelly torn apart. Immigration is a union issue. I don't know if you heard, but a week ago in Los Angeles, our union brother, David Huerta, president of California...
Yeah, I shared that video out that was put up. Yeah, I saw that. Brittany was trolling herself. And what a fucking idiot. I mean, she is so fake. God, it's just like, She gets what she deserves. She gets what she asked for. Sorry, but she does. Hey, Freddie, ready?
CIU was thrown in jail just for standing with immigrant workers and for peacefully observing an ICE raid. But in this country...
I don't know about that.
In this country, we don't allow our co-workers and our neighbors and our family members to be torn away by people wearing masks, do we? Fact is, immigrant workers are essential to Houston. Imagine how this city would function if the workers who work in the hospitality industry, and the janitorial industry, and the construction industry were just deported.
Well, they're not going to be deported if they have their documentation. And the ones that have, sorry, but the immigrants that have the legal jobs where they take taxes out and you're paid every 2 weeks and you work for, you know, they're here legally. That's why they're working legally. They shouldn't be bothered at all. They're not doing anything wrong and they've got their documentation. They should be left alone.
We wouldn't have a Houston.
That's not true.
And what about the federal employees that Elon Musk has been sacking left and right? Doge. Also without due process and trying to strip away their collective bargaining rights. What happens, folks? What happens when the next hurricane hits Houston? And it will.
Dude, let me tell you something. I was born and raised here. And because of this shit going on in Washington, my husband lost his job. You don't need to tell me about that shit. See, you don't have to be an illegal immigrant for it to be affecting you.
What happens if FEMA employees and those immigrant workers that this city relies on aren't here? Who's going to rebuild our city? We can't allow Trump to do what he's doing. And so that is why today I want everyone to be clear about where the labor movement is. We are calling for the release of all unjustly detainees and an end to these lawless raids. We want all these immigration proceedings to uphold the principles of due process that we fight for every day, and that all detainees are guaranteed their rights under the Constitution. And we want Texans' right to peacefully assemble and protest to be respected. Do we not? Now, Donald Trump and Greg Abbott, they want to silence us. They want to intimidate us. They keep talking about invasions and insurrections and sending in armed troops. Has Houston been invaded, folks? No, this is Houston. This is Houston.
Oh, Texas has very much had a problem. In fact, Florida sent troops down to help them. Yes, they had a major problem with the open border. Come on, dude. Stop it. See, I don't, if you're going to tell it right. Illegals can apply for work visas, yes. And what's makes another thing that makes me sick to my stomach is how the illegal immigrants are taken advantage of by, the farmers that they work for, by the different companies they work for. That's gross. They're already in a tough spot, so you're going to abuse it even more. It makes me sick. I mean, there's been, and they were farmers, big farms, busted that they were keeping them indebted with no money because they would be supplying them with rugs. I mean, that was a big thing down here, that was all over the news for a while. It's gross. It's just gross. It can be. If you have any kind of a problematic or criminal background, your chances are really slim. But it's a long, drawn out process because, like anything, it takes time. Come on, have you ever known the government to move fast on anything? But it can be a very due process is following our immigration laws. Yeah.
And so we will do what unions have always done. We will put solidarity into practice. We will speak out boldly and peacefully and fight against injustice. And with all of you, we will remind the billionaire class, there are no kings in our United States.
And don't take this question the wrong way. Hey, Cali Cat, please don't take this the wrong way. It's truly just a question. All the people that want to come here to make a better life for them and their families, which I would say a good bit that do come here, that is their intent, that is their goal. Not all, sadly, not all. Why not all the hundreds and thousands stay there and take your country back and make your country great? That's just a question. And I know it seems people are going to say, well, you can't because of this and that. Sure you can. It's happened. It's happened. Look at history. It's happened. Just a question. That's all it is. It's just a question. I'm curious to see what people think about it. Hey, Aggie. I mean, you love your country. You want to stay there. That's where your family, your whole life is. Why not stay there and make your country better? Make your country better than the U.S. I don't know. I've asked that question to so many people and I've gotten so many different answers. I don't know.
No kings in our United States.
We don't have kings.
And whatever comes today and in the weeks and months ahead, I want y'all to remember this.
Oh, boy.
You cannot detain a movement. You cannot deport solidarity. You cannot detain a movement. You cannot deport solidarity. Thank you.
Thank you, Hanny.
Friends, allow me to have your attention for a moment. This is exceedingly important. I'm asking everybody to crowd around. Hold somebody's hand if you would. Take someone's hand. We have had an event to occur today in the state of Minnesota. 2 lawmakers were murdered.
Oh, wow.
They were murdered. And the person that did it was imposing what they thought was credentials as a police officer, dressed or disguised in some way as a peace officer. And this is something that in this country we cannot tolerate. So in the spirit of love of country and for the people who have lost their lives, let us hold hands for a moment of silent meditation. Thank you. And as we move forward, let's remember this.
And all that does, individual accountability. All that does is prove all the ones that have been saying, it just proves it. I mean, there's no reason to be killing anybody. Sorry, there isn't. It just isn't.
In this country, we resolve our differences with peace, with peace, with peaceful protest, with peaceful protest, peaceful protest.
No, sir. That has not been the history of protesting. They end up being riots and businesses get looted and destroyed. Towns get destroyed. We need to do it peacefully, yes. But evidently that's not happening, is it?
Yes. Remember this. If we try any other means, we will be denounced as violent.
Oh, I believe that, CJK. I totally believe
no
that.
Place in civilized society. So as you move forward today, let's make sure that when the press reports what happened here today, they will say they came in peace, they behaved in a peaceful manner, and they left in peace. And no one was arrested. Thank you. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. Thank you.
Thank you, Congressman.
Hopefully you'll listen to him.
We live in a world where right is wrong and wrong is rewarded, where truth is silenced and lies are amplified, where up is down and down is dressed up as progress. People will believe a lie because it's easier, more comfortable, and more profitable than accepting the truth. We've seen it not just in politics, but in our schools and communities, and even in some of our relationships. Integrity is now considered naive. Compassion is called weakness. And those who speak out are told to sit down and be quiet. But let me be clear. Silence in the face of injustice is not neutrality. It is complicity. We cannot afford to be complicit, not now. There is too much at stake. There comes a time where we must decide who we are and what we stand for. We will follow the crowd even if it goes blindly off of a cliff. Or will
president who literally has
even if our voices shake.
is the law.
Because truth is real.
But he is the law.
It doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. It just needs to be spoken.
And who has evolved our country into authoritarianism. We cannot tolerate it.
Enough of us, if enough stand of us stand up to speak the lies,
but by use of what the Constitution permits. In this country, we have a Constitution that allows us to remove an unfit president. He is unfit, and I'm going to bring articles of impeachment against him this month.
Good luck, dude. They've already tried that.
It just needs to be spoken.
Okay. Dude, who exactly are you? No offense. I don't know who you are, but they've already tried that. He's not doing anything to impeach him. He's enacting the laws that are there. Something had to be done. Is it the right way? Probably not. I don't know what the right way is. I don't know what the fix is. I don't. But destruction and murmur and hurting people, that's not the answer.
Even when enough of us stand up and speak it,
Hey,
the
Lucky.
lies will begin
Good
to
to see
crumble.
you.
We are free, we don't bow. We are free.
The message is,
We will not
you are
bow.
not alone. This president has
We're
made
not put
every
here to
person
blend
who
in.
looks like you're
We're
not.
put
You understand that this president isn't the one that created this mess. He wasn't in office. It wasn't him that opened the borders for free for all. You can't tell me you people didn't see something coming. Regardless of who would have won, something would have had to change. You cannot have just a free for all at the borders.
here to be bold. To be bold in the light of darkness and to remind the world.
There's protest all over Southeast Virginia. Mm. Mm. Yeah, they're going on everywhere.
Still matters.
Sadly, it's all about bashing Trump, though. With a lot of them, it's not even about the immigration issues. And isn't today the 250th birthday of the Army? Good way to celebrate the service that many, many men and women have put their lives on the line every day just so we can have our country the way it is. You know what I mean? Just so we have this freedom. No unification happening today, no. Sad but true.
Justice still matters. Democracy still matters. And doing what is right, even if it costs us, is still worth
They
it.
ought to be respected. You're not going to just round
The
people
young man
up and then take
that
them
I'm about
out
to
of the country
introduce
without
is
allowing
the
them to have
Secretary
due
Treasurer
process.
of the
And
AFT,
only those who are guilty
serving
of something
1.8
ought to
million
be
members,
rounded up.
including
Not
Okay,
pre-K
there's
through
two
12.
people over talking. Let's go find some live coverage of protesters because it's hard to hear him and she's talking really loud. So that was Houston. Let's go on to. Oh, this is about the parade and stuff. Yeah, the Army marks its 250th birthday. 250th birthday. Hmm. Oh. Those crowds look big. Where's that at? That looks quiet. Okay, that's newscasters. I don't want to hear them. They're sitting in office. They're not doing any more than. Okay, we'll go back to the New York Post, see what these people look like. There's a group. I'm hoping nobody's getting all wound up. Nobody, let's see though. Here we go. It's a pain to keep switching. Hey, gotcha. Impeach Trump. What? Never mind.
Everybody, I want you to tell me what this democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like.
Your dad received a Purple Heart for being shot in Nazi Germany. Oh, wow.
Show me what democracy looks like. This is what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy
Bless your
looks like.
father.
This is what democracy looks like.
I can tell you what democracy don't look like. It don't look like vandalism and destruction and murmur. Looting stores, destroying them, taking all their merchandise. That's not democracy.
This John is whack and upside back. 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 Woo!
Okay. Now we're going to switch over to Atlanta because Atlanta is also all right. Let's see. Well, it looks calm there, but let's see. I think it's just getting ready to kick off there. By the looks of it, it looked like, I could be wrong though. I only glanced at it. We will see. But see what he has to say here.
Legislator Derek Johnson, who represents District 68, Dan. I mean, a lot was unpacked there. 22-year veteran who spoke about, the Navy being called into Los Angeles, what he hopes his colleagues see if they were at the Capitol today or just watching on TV or our stream right now, is kind of hoping what that message was. And he kept using the word heartwarming when he saw all those people, all 9,000 people, he says, out here today, even some sitting on the front steps of the building he goes into work to.
Back it up and see. Here's their
misinformation. I mean, there's so many different messages out here. Although this is the No Kings protest, there's so much going on. There's so many messages being told right now out here, whether it be immigration, whether it be about the parade that's going on in D.C. I mean, they called it the No Kings protest as a day of nationwide defiance. You have a person that says, love your neighbor with a gay pride flag. As we know, this is Pride Month. And as you heard from Ed earlier, he's talking about the VA wanting to protect the veterans. This is really just kind of an all-encompassing protest of just people, just whatever it may be, just talking about it and just kind of standing up for what they believe in.
And last night, I don't know if any of you were on, but they were actually showing live feed of the skyline over Tel Aviv. And you could actually see missiles. It was like, wow. And the live feed's still going, Associated Press live feed. Yeah, Iran's retaliatory attacks on Israel. Yeah. Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What's going on with this phone? I have the worst phone service in history, I swear. All right, let's get back.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and I want to talk about crowd control down there as well. I mean, I know you mentioned you were at that earlier protest months ago at the same location, and tens of thousands of people were there. I mean,
30,000.
30,000. So similar crowd size today. Where is everybody parked?
That could be true. I honestly didn't. I seen a variety, but I'm sick of this crap about bring everything but deportation. They are turning this into a gay pride thing, an African American thing, and anything else people want to bitch about. Yeah. This man and these people are radicals. Huh. Wow. Yeah.
Parking. I mean, what's the traffic situation if people are trying to get downtown today? And about what time is this thing going to wrap up, or is this just going indefinitely all day?
A lot of great questions. Let's start with crowd control here. So crowd control, they're doing that by having these blue bracelets right here. So what it's doing is basically saying you can get in and get out with these bracelets because only 5,000 people.
$5 million price tag, saying they predict that event will boost recruitment. Protests in Washington were, in fact, already starting yesterday. Check out this new video. This was posted to social media. And you see a group of protesters busting through a fence barricade and running to the steps of Capitol Hill. This was organized by veterans opposing the upcoming U.S. Army Anniversary Parade, which is again scheduled to take place in about 7 hours or so in the nation's capital. A lot of people saying, well, is it a show of force? It is a show of waste. How you feel about that might depend on where you land on the political spectrum. But a new NBC News Decision Desk poll shows it might be a little more complicated than that. It's shedding light on how Americans feel about the use of taxpayer dollars for a military parade and the response.
I don't know. A 250th year. Do you think that they should have a parade? I mean, I don't know. I'm in Kansas and we're sick of this BS. The Democrats are pissed off and they will start riots to try to get their, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. You've seen people breaking through the barricade and running up to the Capitol. Why? Do we need another January 6th? Is that what you're trying to do? It's like, no, we don't. That's not the answer.
Seems to be loud and clear based on the numbers. The question asked American adults whether they support using government funds for a military parade. And you see from the results here, a clear majority of 64% say they oppose the idea. Only 36% express support. That includes both strong support and somewhat support or opposition. And it's a sharp rebuke to a proposal that some view as symbolic patriotism.
Instead of a parade, maybe put the money into more veterans programs instead of a parade. I don't know.
Others view it as unnecessary spending. Tomorrow. Most importantly, you're talking with the folks who are actually there participating as folks defending their First Amendment rights to peaceful protest. Portman and her husband were fatally shot. This according to Governor Tim.
Okay, let's hear about this.
People doing their First Amendment rights of the freedom of speech. I think it's unnecessary to have the guard in the streets of LA because in less than a 1-block radius is where all the action is taking place. And the police and the sheriff and the highway patrol seem to have everything well contained. So no, I don't think the National Guard needs to be called out.
Chase Howell reporting there. And just as Americans are taking to the streets of protests like that, pushing back on power and polarization, we are getting some chilling news, and we are reminded of just how real and raw the tension has become across the country. 2 Minnesota lawmakers were shot this morning in what law enforcement is calling targeted attacks.
Wow.
Details are limited at this time, but we know these shootings happened in the cities of Champlin and Brooklyn Park. We know they involve State Senator John Hoffman and State Representative Melissa Hortman. More details on their conditions and what happened. I can tell you one was shot fatally. I'll have more on that in just a second. But right now, the search for the suspect. Police say a suspect may be representing himself as a member of law enforcement. And right now, there is a shelter in place for areas around where this took place. According to reporting from the Wall Street Journal, from which I am stealing from right here, police first responded to Hoffman's home around 2 o'clock this morning, and then another call came in an hour and a half later at Hortman's home. According to the Journal's reporting here, the suspect escaped after exchanging gunfire with police at that location. So, State Senator John Hoffman and his wife were shot inside their home and have undergone surgery. But State Representative Melissa Hortman and her husband were fatally shot. Wow. This according to Governor Tim Walz of Minnesota, who was releasing much of this information and with whom he was very close with these victims. Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar calling the incident a stunning act of violence, saying she is close with both legislators. Our sister station, KARE 11, reporting from Minneapolis on top of the story that shelter-in-place alert is for a 3-mile radius surrounding the Edinburgh Golf Course, very close to where one of these shootings took place. They say they are looking for a suspect wanted in multiple targeted shootings who clearly is armed and dangerous, and they mentioned an extensive manhunt underway. So we're going to be keeping a close eye on things out of Minnesota, where 2 lawmakers shot this morning, 1 fatally. Let's toss it back to our 11 Live's Chase.
2 fatally. I don't know. That's and you can't say it's a coincidence that they all were politicians. Yeah. Oh, prayers to their families. It's not okay. That's just not okay. They're still around the same group of people. USA Today, Houston, I think there still are. Yeah, there's still people talking in Houston. California's doing okay. Well, listen to this for a little bit. This is though I don't know if California is going to be the hot spot, you know. Who knows? I think other places are going to amp up.
This comprises 3 fire resources dedicated to responding to fire-related incidents. Lastly, I'd like to thank Mayor Bass and all local elected officials for their leadership that has been on display during this time. I urge the citizens who are taking part of the protests to remain peaceful and to be safe.
And how many have you had to arrest?
At this time, I'd like to introduce.
How many have you had to arrest for ignoring your curfew and ignoring the officers when they asked them to leave? How many? I've seen probably 1,500, maybe more.
The Chief Operating Officer of Civil.
Yeah, that was planned. That's scary. Yeah, somebody knew who they were, where they lived. Yeah, that is scary. That is.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Chief
it's not okay. Sorry.
As the mayor and the leaders here have already stated, it's imperative. We all know that the citizens of Los Angeles would like to stand together in solidarity and protest. It's our right. It's our constitutional right. As an attorney and the COO of the Civil Rights Department, we know the importance of protecting and knowing your rights. The Civil Rights Department has stood with our community partners like Community Build.
Yes, it
YMCA.
is. It is your right to peacefully protest, not destroy, damage, and not to hurt people or even murmur people. There's a line that sadly there are some that are willing to cross. Most of these people are just there to do just that, peacefully protest. But then you got them others. And sometimes all it takes is one of them to get this group of folks that just want to do their thing like they are, all amped up and ready to go. See it happen all the time. What do you do then? Hey, Mama Duck.
Provide services like food delivery to families, and we ask that although you have the right to protest, please do it peacefully.
Exactly.
Thank you again to the mayor and the leaders here, and no, if you need services, you can
See, I'm not getting out to the audience because I'm not vertical streaming straight through YouTube.
And I pass it over for LAPD Spanish remarks.
Buenos días y gracias a la alcaldesa Bass. El Departamento de Los Ángeles está completamente preparados para las manifestaciones que pasarán hoy. Nuestra prioridad es la seguridad de todos los que están en la ciudad, tanto los que protestan, los residentes angelinos, nuestros negocios y todos los oficiales que están trabajando. Estamos vigilando los desarrollos y desplegando nuestros recursos estratégicamente en una manera que protege a todos los individuales que tienen el derecho constitucional de manifestar pacíficamente. Desde que empezaron las manifestaciones, hemos arrestado a varias gente. El domingo y el lunes arrestamos a más de 200 personas por violencia y daño a propiedad. Muchos de los arrestos fueron en la noche. Por la violencia y el daño de la ciudad, se declaró un toque de queda que empezó a las 8 de la noche hasta las 6 de la mañana. El toque de queda empezó el junio 10 y continúa totalmente este fin de semana. El toque de queda ha demostrado instrumental en reducir la actividad criminal durante la noche. El Departamento de Policía continúa a operar en un comando unificado, colaborado con la Patrulla de Carreteras de California, el Departamento de Sheriffs, el Departamento de Bomberos y muchos más oficiales públicos. Este desarrollo coordinado con toda la ciudad asegura que compartimos información y desplegamos recursos unificados rápidos a cualquier situación que necesitamos. Quiero ser claro que si vienen a la ciudad a manifestar pacíficamente, a manifestar su voz pacíficamente, nosotros los vamos a proteger.
Okay, let's see what's going on elsewhere. I don't know. It's pretty crazy. Okay, we'll go here. Livebox Now's got a multi-feed going on, so we'll get to see a couple different places. Sorry, guys, I'm just learning all this. I've never done this before, so just bear with me. I should have ended it and just went ahead and went live through my tablet, but yeah, it's being weird. I wanted to get out into the...
Well, sir, how are you? With KP. Great. You want to interview us, Holder? Sure. Happy to. We can talk. Well, we can talk.
These are different rallies taking place.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's part of the parade, I guess. But
whatever is easy and convenient. I know this one has a pretty long line, so. Would you like to talk to me a little bit about what you're looking at? Oh, sure. Happy to fit in a quick interview.
hey, Reese Jam. Good to see you. I'm gonna look into Philly.
No, not with that. Just with your hat, the brim. You could slightly tilt it back so I get a little bit more light on your face. Yeah, looks like it's going. All right. Then plant your where you're at there. Just by introducing yourself, sir. Your first and last name.
Lieutenant Colonel Kip Patterson. It's K-I-P-T-E-R-S-O-N. I'm the public affairs officer for the 1st Cavalry Division of Fort Cavazos, Texas.
Texas. Wow, it's come a long way. And your whole.
And honestly, I wish they would shut the other screens down and just blow this up and let us watch the dance. And I really like that.
Unit is out here.
Not the entire unit.
Thank you, CJK. Thank you for coming in.
One brigade is here. We have about 600.
I'll be back live later
troopers out here,
with some other stuff.
More than,
or if I can figure out how to do it through my phone, it'll show my content. But it just wasn't showing the video with me holding the phone. It was weird. I don't know.
In the parade itself, and then like the M109 howitzer that's behind me, the Paladin is what we call it. We have several.
Okay, let's peek in on Philly and see what's going on there. It's getting the heat up there, or it's just getting started there. Oh, not Philippines, Philadelphia. It put in a. There we go. Got a live feed. All right, let's show Philly. It looks like it's raining there. Or it rained. It looks like either raining or rained. But this is what's going. This is Philly today. Philly No Kings protest live. Philadelphia anti-Trump protest coincides with D.C. Army parade date. Yep. Okay, this is Philly. Seems pretty peaceful. That's what I like to see. I think the issues may come as the day goes on and it gets closer to nightfall. Unfortunately, that seems to be. I'm hoping not, but if history repeats itself, then you guys want to see some of the live feed over Tel Aviv? No kings, no Nazis. What? He brought home. I'll pay your hospital bill. What?
I want us to know a couple of other people. Who else do we want out of here other than just Donald Trump? Throw the name. J.D. Vance has got to go. Hey, hey. Ho, ho. Who else? Don't know the name? Yes, all of them have got to go. The ruling class has got to go. I like that. So I'm bringing this out to note something. We are unified and united from different parts of the city, different parts of the state, even in different parts of the country, because we know this is now.
All right.
I see. This kid, exact. Venga, venga. Come, come.
Eat the rich. Fuck ICE. Free Palestine.
Thank you.
Women's rights are human rights.
Thank you. Thank you.
We don't have kings in the U.S.
Come on, come on. Thank you.
Let freedom ring. We don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king.
Two.
Let freedom ring.
Come on.
We don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king. Let freedom ring. We don't want a king.
Thank you.
Let
Thank you.
freedom
Thank you.
ring. We don't want a king.
Oh, yeah, it is. Trilly, baby. That's right. Vamos así siguiéndolos poquito.
Okay. Now, see, I can rock with this kind of protesting all day. They're not destroying any property. They're not hurting anybody physically. They're just doing their protest. They're just marching along. You're right. We don't have kings in America. So, yeah, no. I've never looked at anybody as a king. Sorry. I just haven't. Just my opinion, but I haven't. But there does need to be change. I don't know what's going to come of all this, especially with
Thank you.
if those politicians that were shot and murmured, if there was any way that this can be all connected, all this is for nothing, because that's all it's gonna be remembered. His lives were lost for no reason. I think what I'm going to do is, because I want my stream to get out to more, and to do that, you need to, stream directly through YouTube, because then it goes into the, I don't know. I'm learning how to do all this because I've never done all this. So thank you guys for being patient with me and hanging with me. I think I am going to try to go through my tablet. There probably won't be no kind of warning or nothing, but just to see if it works, and if that will let me show the content better than from my phone, because the phone just wasn't, the video wasn't going through. I don't know. But either way, later this evening, or sometime later on, I will come back to do the drama content, because we still have to finish that live of BJ's from Thursday. Was it Thursday? Or was it Friday? No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before. Okay, anyway, we got to finish that. And I wanted to talk a little bit about Karen Reed, about closing arguments, because I think Hank did a fabulous job. And, the jury deliberated for like an hour and a half before they called it till Monday, because, it's Friday and they want to go home to their families. You can't blame them. Yeah, I say up to, I think it'd be anywhere up to 3 days at least before, if there's a verdict. Hey, Half Pint. If there's a verdict, I don't think it'll be I don't know. Either way it goes, I just don't think it's going to be a hung jury. But I'm not on the jury. I'm not one of the jurors. So it's all up to them. I believe the state proved their case. And in my opinion, I think some of the defense's witnesses actually hurt them, not helped them. I don't know. I've always been clear on my opinion. And in the beginning, I had doubts till the first time we talked about this case was on Heels in the Air. And that's when we were going over the somewhat timeline and stuff. There was a lot of questions, and, and then as more and more came out, I'm sorry, I think she did it. I think she hit him. I think they were intoxicated and angry, and yeah. And I think she knew she hit him. And there for the longest time, I didn't think that. But after watching her in the docuseries and stuff, I was like, yeah, she knew. She knew. And I think the jury's going to see that too. And like I said, who knows? John may have survived had he been given the chance, the proper medical care. We don't know that. And we don't know, because unfortunately that option was never there. So I don't know. I will be surprised if they come back with a not guilty verdict. I don't know. Guess we have to wait. It's just the waiting. Oh. But, it was a long case, and there's a ton of info that they have to go over. So they've got a hard job, They've got a hard job. Anyway, sidebar, sidetracked, side railed, whatever you want to call it. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, this is really cool. Hey, Bullhorn, this is what a peaceful protest looks like, Betty. Not your version of a peaceful protest. Man, you lie as much as I swear. I would never. I just, her denying that they carry on like wild banshees when they go somewhere. Who are they kidding? They would never just walk and peacefully do this. I don't know the answer, but I know there has to be one because, I don't even know what all's true, what's not true, with all the rumors and stuff being spread about what's going on. So, there's got to be a solution. But no matter what the solution is, they're never going to please everybody. It's just, that's impossible. That's a task that can't be fulfilled. And you don't think, come on, LA. I mean, I don't even understand the California governor. I don't. Dude, don't. This is putting such a strain already on your taxpayers who already are taxed out the bazooka. Property values are through the roof, rents through the roof, but wages aren't. The cost of living there is crazy. The cleanup from all the destruction is going to, at the end of the day, that falls on the taxpayers that live there. Consider them. I mean, because, you can't expect the federal government to help you out. And not when you done turn your back on them. And, it is what it is no matter what. That's our president. We got to deal with it. Instead of trying to do this, y'all need to sit down and work it out, work as adults. Forget about your personal feelings. It's not about your personal feelings. It's about change. No sense in even because they're not gonna. Yeah, Aggie. All right. I'm gonna stop the feed here. Let's talk Karen Reed. You guys want to go? Even though it's not my thumbnail, I can't change my thumbnail while I'm live. I don't know. I mean, apparently people can because Brittany claims she did it while she was live. It won't let me. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to learn how to do that too, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know. I know the jury and Karen Reed's got a task. They got a lot to go through. But closing arguments were good. I mean, they were good. You can't. Hey, T-Pex. I think the state, Hank did an awesome job on his closing. I think them being able to use the videos of her running her mouth, that was a big help. That was a help for them. Maybe that's gonna hurt her. I mean, and I'm sorry, but the data doesn't lie. She backed up. John never entered the house. Was it sloppy police work in the beginning? Absolutely. Absolutely. I totally agree. But that doesn't make it that everybody's corrupt. I mean, you're talking so many different departments and so many different people. Come on, the more people that know about a crime or a situation, the chances are that it's going to get out. Okay, we all know how that works. So, yeah, I can't believe that people. No, I don't believe it was. Let's get Karen. Because there was much easier ways. They were all partying. They were all intoxicated. All they had to say is, "Hey, he left. He must have got hit by a car out on the road or something." Easy peasy situation instead of going through all this. Yeah, no. I believe she knew exactly where he was. That's why she was the only one in the car that found him. Because she knew where he was. But now was it done on purpose or was it accidental? After watching the documentary, after hearing what she had to say, I think she knew she hit him. I don't know. Just my opinion. I guess we'll have to wait and see this jury come on, get back. I can't handle the need to know. Let's go. That's a jury I would want to be on. Because no matter what, they're going to get whether guilty or not guilty. I wouldn't want to be on that jury because you got the likes of Turtle Boy and his crew, his cult. In fact, he got removed from the courtroom. Yeah, he shouldn't have even been allowed to even grace that courtroom. But I didn't check. I have to check to see what happened with his trial going on. Because he did a bench trial. He didn't want a jury trial. He wanted the judge's decision. And I haven't seen anything. Let me look. I know who has it. Let me look. I haven't seen anything about that since I showed. But evidently, there's got to be a live feed because somebody had it. I don't think I'd have ever went with a bench trial. Okay, verdict watch has begun. Yeah, it sure has. What if Karen Reed is found guilty? Well, she goes to jail like anybody else who's found guilty. She should not be allowed to be out pending appeal. And then Karen Reed joined. Oh my Lord, you're not going to believe this. You're not going to. I got to show this. Totally off topic. You can't come back here with that chainsaw when I'm live. Let me load. Okay, I'm loading it right now. It brings the weed eater back here when I'm live. Yeah, Karen went into his hearing. I think I might have played this the other day. Okay, here we go. That was easy. Wait, this was 2 months ago. That ain't the new. That was the other one. Okay. No, I thought I showed it. That was the other one. She went into his last hearing. She went into his last hearing, but I don't see anything updated. So I don't think the judge has handed down that I can find yet. And it would have been all over Twitter if the judge handed down a decision. Turtle Boy's doing a live with juror number 3. Oh, my Lord. See, even when you're out on bond, you still do that. You still do that. You still... Let's listen to... This was a day ago. Okay, this is Karen Reed's father speaking out right before closings. I'm sorry, but the way that John's parents have been treated is gross.
Corruption is all about. Just look at the injuries. They don't correspond to being struck by any vehicle. I want justice for John O'Keefe, but that may come at a later day. It's all about the science. You heard Dr. La Posada, you heard the ACA witnesses, the scientists from ACA who are hired by the U.S. Attorney, the Department of Defense. Sorry, Department of Justice. Check that. So, this is the final stage for us. Just catch Attorney Jackson on his closing. Digest it all. Take it in. Because someday it could be your son or your daughter. God forbid. Thank you. Thank you. Any comment? Well, I wish I wasn't here, but this is what corruption...
It's not corruption. There's no way. I'm sorry. It would have required... there's just too many involved. Just too many. Yeah, see, I don't see any update on anything with his yet. Let me see. Young Jerks was showing it. Let me see if they have anything up. Baba! Hush! Turtle Boy was up. Yeah, I don't see anything. And that's on CPU. Oh my gosh. The Young Jerks is being sued, which is currently being sued with 2 co-defendants in Suffolk Superior Civil Court for speech on the Young Jerks show, which discussed a local nonprofit and the actions of their 2 co-founders. I intend to defend against every allegation vigorously and have retained an attorney to fight this defamation lawsuit. Wow. People are so happy, are they not? Yeah, there's been nothing new, not that I can find. So maybe they'll I don't know. But I think they will all be found guilty. Or I think she will be. At least she should be. But what I'm going to do is I am going to end this and I'm going to come back and, oh, shoot. Oh, wow. I shouldn't have did that. I just ruined my table. Anyway, I'll either come back and do some, I'm going to play around with my tablet and try to stream right through YouTube. If not, you will see me later for Chroma Drama. But thanks for hanging with me. I just wanted to show some of it, talk about it for a minute. But thank you, everybody. I appreciate you. See you around these streets. Okay, bye.